cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin has soared to a new record high and breached the $4,000 level over the weekend, marking a rise of over 400% this year. Kumbi Oguneye, CEO at Refitalk International, joins me on the line from Miami, Florida, to discuss the future of this and other cryptocurrencies. Kumbi, thanks so much for speaking to us today. Many are calling it gold 2.0, digital gold, and it continues to soar. Your thoughts about where the currency is going, cryptocurrencies and particularly Bitcoins?
Well, thank you, Wally. The growth has been amazing, but not unexpected, to be honest. I totally believe that we can make new smashing highs. Currently, the value of Bitcoins is well above $4,500, and we're talking about almost 20% from the weekend, let alone year to date. So the amount of interest in Bitcoins as well as other cryptocurrencies continues to be pretty great. And I foresee that this can definitely cross the 5,000 barrier before the end of the year, or if not sooner.
It's becoming an asset class that I think even the greatest skeptics cannot ignore when you look at the returns that we're seeing. And recently we did see this report about the Russian miner coin company RMC announcing a $100 million initial coin offer, not an IPO this time. You could call it an ICO. What do you think this transaction and similar transactions could mean for the future of cryptocurrencies?
Okay, just to put some numbers and put some perspective behind what you just said. The total value of all cryptocurrencies is currently north of $150 billion. At this stage, we're looking at the size of a global Fortune 30 company. And I think what people need to recognize with cryptocurrencies is that there are a lot of people out there, not as many as you may think or as many as you may know, but enough out there who see this as an ultimate and viable asset class. And there are countries as well as institutional investors who are making a play in cryptocurrencies. As you just mentioned, the Russian government themselves has come out to legally state that they are going to invest money in mining because of all the surplus electricity that they have in Russia. And so with the Russian government, the Japanese are also one of the key proponents in the fueling this rise of Bitcoin currencies. In April, they legalized Bitcoin as a form of tender in Japan. And, of course, the Chinese and South Koreans continue to be very strong in this space. So when you have large countries, Russia, Japan, Korea, and China, who are actively making some discussions or making a stance in cryptocurrencies, it's not surprising that we're seeing this fuel in prices of cryptocurrencies across the board.
All right. We have Kade Akedele here. He has a question for you as well.
Yeah, hi. Just a question on valuations. Can you give more understanding on how cryptocurrencies are valued? Because obviously it's gone up 20%, as you said, this year. But based on what economic realities or facts?
So that's another interesting question you put forth. There are no true comparisons to cryptocurrencies. What cryptocurrencies valuation stems forth is between counterparties. I believe that the value of cryptocurrency is worth X. If you dispute that, then somebody else across the globe, because it's a universally traded currency, unlike fiat currencies, which are pushed forth by a specific national bank, whether it's the United States dollar, the Great British pound, or the European Union euro, the cryptocurrency is between two counterparties, me and yourself. If I value it as $10,000, but you find somebody else out there who values it as $200, then by all means trade it with that person for $200. So what happens is that across the world, at any specific point in time, multiple participants buy and sell with each other, and over time, and in a very efficient market, which the cryptocurrency market is, a universal price is then realized by all of these counter trades between two counterparties.
All right. I want you to react to this statement by Bobby Lee, the co-founder of BTCC, which is one of the largest Bitcoin exchanges in the world. He said money is no longer only issued by central banks in the new world. Your thoughts about how cryptocurrencies could actually become part of the mainstream of even reserve banks across the world and how they manage monies and reserves?
So that's the nirvana for cryptocurrencies, particularly Bitcoin, the point at which people will start to use it for regular transactions. So again, some statistics to share for it. Right now, after a technological enhancement to the blockchain, which is the technology underpinning Bitcoin, An average Bitcoin can be transacted in about 4 or 5 Bitcoins per second. So every second, 4 to 5 transactions on the blockchain occur. Bear in mind that Visa can process over 100 times to 1,000 times that number of transactions per second. So we still have a long way to go in terms of being people able to use a Bitcoin or a Bitcoin-labeled currency card or debit card or virtual card to make everyday purchases. But we are moving in that direction in the sense that with the amount of technology and people pushing into that technology, the speed at which the Bitcoin can be traded and accepted by anybody, merchants, counterparty, person on the other side of the contract, is exponentially increasing. As that transaction speed drops or rises, so to match something close to Visa, so I put the number about 20 to 100 transactions per second, then you will start to see a real interest in Bitcoin replacing or side by side with regular currency. Currently, right now, with Bitcoin, it's more as an asset class where people trade into it as a way to hedge against inflation or to see it as a way to speculate on the price rising or the price dropping.
All right. Okay, Kumbi, we really have to end it there. Thank you for sharing your perspective. Kumbi Oguneye, the CEO of RevTalk International, who